FM, welcome to our Royal Hustler interview, and this morning's one is one that we, Mo and I, have been looking forward to actually ever since last week.
Yeah.
Because we were on some, hey, we might just, hey, things are going to be going down. Have Gabriel Ikena, who is an IT project manager in e-commerce. He works in that space and he loves keeping fit, and he has competed, like I was saying, in 2 Oceans Marathon, and he's currently working on a few startup businesses, and one such a business is Gabriel and Ferraro Wine and Spirits, and it is an online wine and spirits distribution company. Welcome to the show, Gabs.
Thank you for having me.
Why are you so composed now?
I don't know. Like I was gonna say, like, is there somebody listening? What's going on, brother?
Stage right.
Now you're gonna be doing just fine, Gabs. Let's get straight into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? Where did you grow up? Where were you born?
So I'm from Tsumeb, a little triangle town.
Aww.
I'm a mining town, so I grew up there with my parents and my little brother, sister, and older siblings.
Okay.
So
you're the oldest of how many, or the youngest?
I am the middle child of a lot of children.
Oh, great, big family.
Yeah, my parents are into making babies.
I don't think an African mom wants to hear that, but okay.
I'm sure she must not hear this.
She shouldn't at all.
Like, is this No, so Gabby, when you were growing up, what were your aspirations? What did you want to become? I know that Sibo wanted to become a doctor. Sorry.
Is that not you? Was that not your same confession yesterday?
Sorry. So, where did you...
Okay, to tell the truth, I always wanted to be an astronaut. I won't lie. Even my science fair projects were all the Milky Way based thingy. So like from grade 4 to matric, my science fair projects were all that. Got a few like leads where we even went to ESCOM, we win those science competitions, science fair projects competitions, went to ESCOM like 3 times. Beautiful place, I must say.
Oh, so you're the reason ESCOM is having a lot of...
load shedding.
So you're...
I didn't even know that ESCOM was in Dubai, just so I went to bits and I'm like, okay.
So it's going to be
something nice.
No, continue.
So yeah, it's always something that I wanted to become. But as like in our Vambu setups, our parents always thought that the professions that you must be is a doctor, engineer, this type of thing. So I didn't like engineering that much, so I ended up doing IT at Polytech that time, which is now called NAST. So I did system administration and networks. Yeah. And then I got a chance to go into project management. So I worked on a few government IT projects, the human capital management system. I worked for the Electoral Commission for the registration system for voters and the voting system also, So I got a chance to work on some quite big national projects when it comes to IT project management.
That's so beautiful. I want to take you back just a little bit. With all of these IT projects that you've worked on, and coming from, like you said, a small triangle town, what was that like, and how did you get yourself exposed outside of a small town? Because you know most the running gag is small town, small mind.
Yeah. I must say one thing about Tsumeb is because there's so many personalities, because it's also an educational hub for the northern kids.
Oh,
yeah, so you'll find kids from Rundu, from Oshakati, from Grootfontein, all over. They come school in this little town. So it's like a little varsity. So your personality gets, it really molds into something quite big. For example, if you do sports or arts or anything, you were given the chance to be very good at it and exposed because of I would like to comment, I'd like to congratulate the old principal who was then Mr. Struwig. He really gave a chance to any kid who was good at anything to excel it. So it really gave, I was good at rugby and talking, so I excelled in that, and you were given the platform for all of those things. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. How did you then get into the wine distribution?
Before I quit drinking, I used to like alcohol.
So it's sufficing to say.
I've always liked selling stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I always liked selling stuff. So I was telling myself, I wanna create an e-commerce shop, something like Woolies. You see now, if your mom sends you to Spa, you will go touch the tomatoes and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a proper quality assurance processes like the Woolies, for example. Those shops where you just bring me 4 tomatoes from Woolies, because of the quality assurance process they have, it's top notch. So I wanted to create something like that, but it had to start from somewhere. So I was looking at, we're already a beer culture here, it's already big. The wine culture is coming. So I said, okay, let me tap into that. So I got a few Western Province wines that are very popular here and also very market friendly. So I got that, put it on a website, and then started selling. So even now the website is still in progress. So the next steps is to add the spirits. I'm just trying to acquire a few distribution licenses. And the final part is the food now, where you could actually have a one-stop shop for all your bottled, packaged items in a shop. Yeah. That's the end goal actually. But a proper quality assurance process where you say, Gabriel, we want onions, and you don't have to see the onions to buy them. So that is the end goal for the Gabriel and Ferrero brand. Yeah.
Firstly, you can tell that he's Namibian because he said dingases in the whole English sentence, which is quite interesting, but anyway, I digress. So from a business development perspective, when you're starting a business, there's so many challenges that one is faced with. Now, your market is almost quite niche because you did say that you have licenses from Western Province wines to distribute them locally. Could you perhaps just take us through some of the challenges that you face specific to what you're doing?
Yeah, first of all, for a young black kid, the capital, I must say, if you're not from a really fortunate family, the capital is quite hard to gain because people still sell these stories of, you could start with 5,000.
Yes.
You can't start with 5,000.
You need money.
You need serious money. I had a privilege where some of my friends chipped in to assist. So we're doing quite okay, but for such businesses, you need money, you need to know a few people because some of these licenses are monopolized. Yeah, because of the Namibia and South Africa relation.
Yeah.
So some guys were very fortunate, like back in the days, to monopolize these contracts with big companies in SA that we trade on a daily with. Yeah, so it was hard, but fortunately I had a few friends. I have a friend, Michelle Ferrero, she's based in Cape Town, so she could assist me with that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a little bit of a breather there, I'll go to a musical break and then come back and we're going to talk about the wine estates in Namibia as opposed to South Africa. And also, how did you turn this side hustle, because you do have a main job, and how is it faring? So Bob Marley, is this love that we're feeling? Yes, it is. 99 FM, your inspiration station. Bob Marley coming through with Is This Love? Most definitely is all that we feeling. In studio, we do have Gabriel Ikena here in studio talking to us. He is our royal hustler. For this morning.
Mm-hmm. And we've had an absolutely fantastic conversation so far, talking about his journey, where he was from, or where he is from, what he's busy with, what he wants to do. Before we left, we were talking about the current market structures, how they look like. And Sibo did allude to that a little earlier. And so, Gabby, we want to find out the wine industry and the estates in Namibia. What's happening there? What do they look like?
There are a few that are coming up. My favorite one is the one from Tsumeb, a friend of mine, Claudia.
Of course.
Shout out
to Tsumeb again, one more time.
We actually went there I think 2 weeks ago. We went to Tsumeb for a camping trip with some of my friends from Vindu. And then she also went to South Africa, got a little bit of expertise. Now she's growing 2 types of grapes. Pinotage and Chenin.
Fancy.
And interesting, Pinotage is actually a South African. It's a South African
wine. You don't find it anywhere else.
No. It comes from there.
Wow.
So it's
the fact that we were able to grow it even.
Yeah, we are able to grow it, especially in Tsumeb. We can definitely grow it. We have enough water.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have that real winter like in other countries. So it's totally possible. They just started bottling. Therefore, their first bottle is called the Claudia.
Aww, beautiful.
Yeah, so her dad named it after her, and then it's a Chenin Blanc. It's their first bottle. I see the guys in Omaruru are also, they're also doing it. I think it's the Erongo distillers, if I'm not mistaken. And the other interesting thing, the process of making brandy and wine.
It's very similar.
It is the same thing.
Almost
Really?
same. What's a
Okay,
brew?
no, where does it then click and
it's-
separate?
I think we went on an entire tour, and then it's you do something else with the grapes when you
Okay.
bottle it in your barrels.
Okay.
But you know the ombike process, how to make ombike, the traditional.
I don't know what
alcohol-
Ambike is. Is it?
It's
a
a
very
traditional.
Okay.
You don't want any of that. You don't
Like
want.
our umkomboti, basically. Yes.
Okay, yes.
Martin says yes.
Yes, so
Martin, for those that are Martin is our photographer helping us with the video in studio. So
Yeah.
he says yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so then they just add now like color to the recipe, but it's all white, like clear.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as the pro where you come see your
Yeah.
brandy is all brownish and stuff. That is just color, but it's all clear, and it was quite an awesome thing. The only
Experience.
problem is that I do not drink, so I couldn't taste any of
Oh,
it. Yeah.
Like-
that's fine. So of course you've had like a full-time job, and you do have a full-time job. How did this side hustle now turn into the main hustle?
Okay, I had a full-time job. Then
Mhm.
I left that and created my own full-time job technically.
Yeah.
So I own an IT consultation firm.
Yes.
That is my full-time, and I use now IT in my IT background to implement in other things, because I
Brilliant.
think as the future, as we're going into a very e-commerce, our nature is becoming so e-commerce.
Mhm.
So yeah, Engels is hard.
No, we understand. We understand.
We always
follow.
we always create words here on the morning show. Don't
Sorry,
worry about it.
we or you?
We both always
Sorry,
create.
Gabby. Let's.
Yeah, the IT part, because it's my main background, I've used it now in all my little projects.
Yeah.
And I'm so shocked at like even how Gabriel and Ferrero grew.
Started out.
Yeah, it's now becoming, the expectations that I had for it are not as high, are not as, they were not as high as they are now. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean, yeah.
I mean, Gabby, you raised a very, very important point from a business development perspective, where you use your passion your profession within your passion.
Mhm.
And I think when people generally think of business and starting businesses, they always want to almost go in a completely different direction. I mean, you get this a lot from stout business people who say, look, no, follow your passion. This is exactly what you're doing. I mean, so what is the thought process behind that? How are you thinking of combining e-commerce with distribution of wines and spirits and ultimately food?
Yeah, so let's be honest, like wholesaling in Namibia or retail is a very expensive process.
Yeah.
So if I'm cutting off that, so I'm already saving myself a lot of money, and you could do that by creating an online warehouse, technically speaking,
Right.
where you just deliver to people.
Mhm.
And that is the main methodology of the business that I want people to go. The app is being released, I think, in 3 weeks. Our website is already on,
Mhm.
gabrielandferraro.com. You go on the site, you choose your category, you enter your card,
Mm.
you pay online, or you can EFT, because I'm sure the trust factor also in technology is not that high in our country yet.
Mhm.
And then it's delivered in the next hour at your house. And then even if you go to the mall, because going to the mall is also a culture.
It is
Yeah.
very much
It must
so.
be
What's that multiple?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least you've cut out 70%, and you can really sit down and have a coffee and talk to whoever you are, enjoy
Yeah.
time with your kids, because it's also a culture going to the shopping centers.
But how are you managing it? Because now I'm thinking, you have to get vendors who sell tomatoes, and you have to get a vendor who sells potatoes and whatever else. So how do you connect with those people?
With the vendors that we have, we've got already packaging agreements with them. They
Okay.
package according to our standard.
Okay.
And then, fortunately, I employed my first 2 people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Creating employment.
Moz.
Bravo.
Job opportunity.
Job opportunity. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, there we go.
Yes.
That's what we need.
Mm.
Yeah, so I employed 2 varsity kids now. Both got driver's license, both ladies.
Yes.
and then they pick up and then they deliver. But everything is already packaged with our little
Specification.
quality assurance process that we want to guarantee to our clients.
Okay.
And then we also use local vendors, so
Of course.
especially when it comes to the food part.
Yeah.
And it's also so each one can eat from the supply.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So finally, your hopes, because I know you were saying that you want to make it bigger, and you're already bigger than what you have already dreamed or imagined. So me as a consumer who's like, you know, the generation that Z's and Y's, we really are like online shopping is like a tap and a finger away. Where are you hoping to grow more from this?
In the next 12 months, I really want to increase my volumes, especially from the website. I see people are still reluctant. They'll make an order, but they're making it on WhatsApp, for example, and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's wrong, but the main thing was for the site to get a lot of traffic also. So that's what I wanted. But like even with the brand activations we have now, like we have something called the Gabriel Ferrero wine tasting nights. So it's an event where you come taste wine, you buy tickets and stuff like that. Or there's 2 complimentary tickets for you too.
Thank
It's
you.
next week Friday at the Village. Get out your suit, my brother.
Take it to the dry cleaners. When we're done from vastly done.
So we try to explain this process to people there. And our first event, even payment processes, we used financial apps and people like
e-wallet.
No, like
PayPal.
Pay Today, because our menus are on those apps.
Okay.
And then you'll see the guy, maar ik heb die 200
So-
Yeah, so that is the cultural shift. I think this pandemic has also showed that we have to evolve.
Yeah, we
have
definitely
to,
do.
we
No
have
other
to change
way.
our.
There's no other way.
Yeah, so we use that also. But I understand it's hard.
Yeah.
But sometimes even my very, very, very good friends is saying, no, take net your WhatsApp maybe.
Yeah. E-wallet, under the.
I'm saying, my brother, just do it. It's even cheaper if you do it. You rather spend get charged that extra $10.
Then.
So I think it's the cultural shift that also has to happen in our country or with our people to make this work. Also,
We are running out of time, Gabby, and I must just say, it's not really a question, it's a very open-ended statement. You can literally be considered as a pioneer in this country in terms of tech innovation and payment systems and everything that you're busy with. Kudos to you, my brother.
Thank you,
Bravo
brother.
to you, brother, and wishing you nothing but the best and all the success in this world. And we're going to be drinking wine next week.
And you know what? Why I am excited? Because he promised me there is non-alcoholic wine. So
What's that even?
it's
Just
called
for her.
wine.
Who does that?
It's called organic.
No, it's not wine. It's not. Let's call it juice.
The haters will call it
question
grape
while you were
juice.
online. Your famous meme. When are
Let
we
me,
doing our
anyway,
one-day anniversary?
Gabriel from Gabriel Ferrero, thank you very much, our royal hustler for this morning. Great conversation.
Thank you, my brother.
So we'll see everything at the event, and please just give us that website again for people to check it out.
It's www.gabriel, like the angel, and Ferraro, like Ferraro.com.
Wow, this
And there
guy.
you have it. There
This
you have it. Thank you so much for coming, Gabs. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.